What's up guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to lubricate the propeller shaft in your 5th gen 4Runner. So Toyota recommends that you do your propeller shaft lubrication every 15,000 miles or 24,000 kilometers. If you do a lot of off-roading, towing, or driving in dusty conditions, they recommend every 5,000 miles or 8,000 kilometers. When I was taking my Toyota 4Runner in for maintenance, they were doing it every other oil change. So I think that's a good rule of thumb. If you're doing synthetic oil changes, just do your propeller shaft maintenance every other oil change. It's an easy procedure to do, so let's jump into it and I'll show you just how easy it is. Alright, so for equipment, you're going to need a grease gun. I got this one off Amazon along with the flex hose here. Inside my grease gun here is an NLGI number 2 based grease, lithium based grease. The kind I have is from Mobil 1. It's a Mobil 1 synthetic lithium-based grease. I'd highly recommend using this grease. The beauty of this particular grease is that you can use it for both the slip yoke and your spider joints. So I'll leave a link to the actual grease I'm using and those details in the comments section. Apart from the grease gun, you'll need a multi-base cleaner. I'm just using this to clean the outside of the Zerk fittings, just to prevent any contaminants from getting in there. Along with some paper towels or shop towels. You're going to need these to clean away the excess grease and clean those Zerk fittings, and some gloves. It's a bit of a dirty job. Alright, so every 4Runner is the same. We have 2 shafts. We have one in the front and one in the back. The front shaft has a slip yoke and 2 spider joints, and the back also has a slip yoke and 2 spider joints. Each one of these has its own Zerk fitting, which makes up a total of 6 Zerk fittings. So we're going to be putting that lube into 6 Zerk fittings under this vehicle. So yeah, let's get under there and I'll show you where those Zerk fittings are. So this is the front shaft, so yeah, it came from the driver's side. And to do this slip yoke, we want to use this Zerk fitting right here. And then to lubricate the actual spider joint, far in there, but I can't really get enough light, but inside here there's another Zerk fitting and that will lubricate the spider joint. I'm just going to use a little cleaner here. Use this cloth. Clean this off so I don't get any contaminants in that slip yoke. And since this is the front part of the vehicle, the front wheel drive part, I will apply about 2 shots of my lithium based grease in here. Pop that on there. I'll give that 2 pumps. Now you don't want to pump too much grease into these, and the reason being is that the slip yoke goes in and out. If there's too much grease in there, it can affect how the yoke is pushed in and out. It might not be able to slide in properly. Great, so that's done. I'm going to clean off this Zerk fitting inside here for the spider joint. Great. Now I'll try to get my grease gun on that fitting. Perfect, it's on. All right, so for this spider joint, I'm gonna pump the grease in there until I see it coming out. So you wanna visually look and just pump. And the idea is that you're pushing out, there we go. Okay, give it a little extra push. The idea is that you're pushing out the contaminants and the dust and dirt. And so once you see your fresh grease coming out, you know you have enough grease inside your spider joint. Great. Great, so if you look there, you can see the grease kind of coming out. It's kind of difficult with the heat shield, or yeah, the heat shield here. But yeah, I'll use my cloth here and I'll just wipe away any excess grease. Great. All right, so we're at the front of the front drive shaft here, and we have that next spider joint, and you can see our Zerk fitting there. I'm just going to give it a little cleaning. Good, so now that Zerk fitting's looking pretty clean. You can see it in there. It's So now I'll attach my grease gun and give that enough pumps until I see it coming out of the joints here. Great. Now I'll use my cloth and just clean that off. All right, so I'm gonna do the rear shaft now. The rear shaft, there's a lot more access. It's more open. There's no heat shields in the way. So yeah, let's slide under there and get these lubed. So here's the rear. You can see we have our slip yoke, Zerk fitting here, and then on the inside, we have another Zerk fitting right up here, and that's for our spider joint. Great, so I'll take my cloth here to clean these fittings. One in there. Hopefully you can see that right there. That's the slip yoke Zerk fitting. This looks really dry. I don't know if they were actually doing this at the Toyota dealer. So for the back one here though, you want to do 4 pumps into this Zerk fitting for the slip yoke. So let's go ahead and do that. One, 2, 3, 4. And you don't want to overdo this. Like I said before, if you pack too much grease in here, it will affect how this compresses and opens. All right, so let's do our Zerk fitting here. Kind of going by feel. There we go. And I'll pump this until I see the grease come out. 1, 2, 3. And I can already hear it starting to come out. It's almost like it's pushing the dirt out. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Perfect. Now I'll wipe away the excess. You kind of have to get your fingers in these little holes. All right, so here at the back, let's clean off that Zerk fitting and that spider joint. This one's in a bit of a funny position. It's kind of pointing up, but it looks like I can still get my gun on there. So I'll just pump away here. Good. Yeah, good. You can see my grease coming out there. Perfect. Pop that off. All right, so that's how you grease those Zerk fittings on your vehicle. That's how you do your propeller shaft lubrication maintenance. It is something you should frequently do. It will help extend the life of those components under your vehicle, all those joints, and hopefully prevent you from one day having that dreaded clunk when you throw it in a reverse or drive. But yeah, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Planning on coming with a lot more videos, and always appreciate the support. See you in the next one. Bye now.